Israel could be under attack any moment from Iran. U.S. troops in Iraq were injured yesterday. Why have we not heard directly from President Biden this week? We know he met with his team yesterday. Yep. We know today's VP Harris's big day, but he's still the president. Where is he? Well,
here's the thing. You've seen the president. He has been very clear about making sure that we continue to try to de-escalate tensions. We just put out two readouts today, a readout yesterday, and our focus right now is to make sure that we continue to try to de-escalate tensions here, and that's what the president has been doing. And we understand what the president inherited when he walked in was an economy that was in a downturn. He had to turn that around. And that's what the president was able to do. But we have taken this really seriously. And right now, majority of House Republicans want to defund the police. I've said this before, and I've said this many times. They are a strong team together. She's a critical partner to this president. She has been for the past 3.5 years. And they have discussions regularly of both domestic and international importance. And this situation is no different. And so he did offer up his advice, and I'll leave it there.
Turning to the economy in light of the July jobs report, Claudia Sam said that she doesn't think that the country is in a recession right now, but we're getting uncomfortably close to that situation. Does the president, his team, agree with that? And what are they doing to prevent that?
So here's what I'll say, and just a couple of things at the top here. While we've seen some volatility, we admit that, we have seen that, our broader economy remains resilient. And we see that because of the data, obviously, that's been coming out over the past, not just couple of months, but the past couple of years. And what we've seen recently is consumers remain resilient and business investment remains strong. Unemployment, while up from 50-year lows, is still low at 4.3%. And that's important. You think about inflation, it's down by 2.5%. I mean, look, we have seen under this president what happens when you have diplomacy, when you talk to your partners and allies. This is a president that has been able to get things done, whether it's lowering tensions or whether it's actually getting things done on behalf of our national security, making sure the American people are kept safe, or what needs to happen in a region, right? And in this particular instance, de-escalating tension in a particular region, which is the Middle East. What we're seeing is a steady and stable growth we've called for. That's what we're seeing. Talking about the jobs numbers from last week, I believe. I mean, look, they're partners. The president and the vice president have been critical partners. They are. They're partners in everything that has been done come out of this administration, the Biden-Harris administration. And you just mentioned a few things, right? You think about the CHIPS and Science Acts, the bipartisan infrastructure legislation, the PACT Act, all of these important critical legislation, the American Rescue Plan, Inflation Reduction Act. Those are legislation that she was very involved in. And at the center of those historical piece of legislation, you had equity. Equity was always at the center of that, making sure no community is left behind.